I don't know how to do an intro video. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. It's your girl Keeping the Real with Kita. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We're gonna get this started. Welcome in. We waiting on everybody to get in. I have my special guest Natalie with me. Everybody say hello to her.
Hey, hey, welcome, welcome.
Um, I uploaded. Hopefully, y'all all got to see the topic. I did have a picture. I'm trying to get a little bit of text swapping, but we're gonna see how it works out. So I'm able to just to do a little bit at a time, not too much, but just a little at a time. So welcome in. It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. We in the middle of October already. We only got like a couple more weeks to go to get through um this month. So it's flying by. Christmas will be here before you know it. Before we just gonna talk a little bit, let people have time to come in. Hopefully everybody get to come in. The ones that do, please hit the like button, subscribe, share the video out if you're able to. Which if you know how to do it. So just thank you all for coming in, tuning in, joining us today on our topics. So we're gonna just wait and see who all comes into the studio today. I don't see nobody yet, so we're just gonna wait and see. Please hit the like button and subscribe. If you have not subscribed yet, it costs nothing to subscribe. It costs nothing to hit the like button. So please do so on both ends. Let me quit moving the table.
It's some static.
You hear the static?
Still a little bit. It's not unbearable, but it's there.
Can you hear it now?
No,
Okay.
right.
So please hit the like button. I just had to turn it off until unless I turn it on for that. But um so please hit the like button, subscribe, share the video out. We're gonna give it a few minutes. Natalie, how was your days?
It was great. It was great. I had to make a couple runs outside within this cold, brisk weather. But other than that, it was great.
Yeah, it's a little chilly today. Um Even though the house was still reading 77, but it was still cool in the house. A lot cool in here. It didn't seem like it was 77 in here. Even upstairs, I thought it'd be a little bit warmer up here, but it's not. So,
Mine's read below 60, and he went on and kind of bumped the heat on just a little bit to knock the chill off. So, but yeah, this morning I think it was. I looked; it was like 40 something degrees outside, maybe 46, and it was not much higher than that on the inside. So,
hmm
um, I wonder how many people buy just when you click in. If you had to turn your heat on today, let us know.
yeah. Yeah. Hopefully I didn't, but it is a little nippy, especially if you got a big house. You're gonna feel all that. All of it. Let me see. I be watching this little lady named Pam on YouTube. She be cooking all kind of stuff. She's saying something about some cheese. I'm gonna have to watch it later. So,
I'm gonna try the cottage cheese bread.
let me know how that turns out.
High in protein, low in carbs, I do believe.
hmm
hmm
Yeah.
I
And
think I want to do the smothered turkey wings as well. But it's so close to Thanksgiving that I don't know. I might wait.
that sounds good because I do want to do some turkey wings and see how they taste. I think that'd be pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Would you do yours with gravy or not? Just
I'll
straight.
probably put a different seasoning on there, not gravy though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Put a different something different. Probably use
Mm-hmm.
some beat up sauce or something. Put something on there.
I
A
think,
dry rub or something like that on there.
yeah, that sounds like that would be really good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so I haven't really been. I heard a little bit of stuff about Diddy, but I haven't been on him as much lately. Um, I know that the latest news is he has 6 new civil suits against him.
Mm,
One of them was a 16-year-old. I'm not sure if it was male or female. They just said a 16-year-old. And then I know another female came out and said that he allegedly touched her and um even also like try to put his hands on her or whatever. So I think she's another one that is going against him on that as well. And I heard they denied his bail again. He's
mm,
been trying to get out and they denied that as well. So that's the latest news I heard so far about the Diddler.
mm. Hey, I seen something where the little guy uh, that played with Raven again. You see so many things come
Yeah.
across. It's just like,
Hmm.
but he was him, or it might have been somebody else. They were talking about where all these people that supposed to been really.
Thanks for tuning in, Johnny Merks. Salute. And you said where they what?
We're talking, discussing about where all these people that was supposed to been like this with him. They're
Yeah.
not supporting and this, that, and the other. And the guy was like, would you, if you trying to protect your brand, you trying to protect this, that, and the other, would you? But I mean, my thing, if me and you solid, well, first of all, we solid. I'm gonna tell you, hold on, you moving funny. I'm gonna have to leave you in the. I, but if I know that you ain't with this, I'm gonna stand by you, 10 toes down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But in too many areas in life, and not necessarily even things of this big, you got people that won't say nothing, and I am just a firm believer. If something is going on and you ain't saying nothing, you
Mm-hmm.
part of the problem. So
Yeah.
and there you can't make me understand or believe hey, that's some wrong stuff. You don't mess over kids and old people. That's just
Yeah. Exactly. I agree with that. Most definitely. And you see the news about R. Kelly that his daughter is saying that he allegedly touched her when she was younger. She came out and said that he did some things to her, and I'm hearing a lot of people don't believe her. And she said something on Instagram about thanks to the ones that still support her and that are behind her on this. And I don't know, maybe a lot of them don't believe her because she just now coming out saying something. And I was like, it could have been she probably forgot or she probably was just too scared to say something. But I don't know. Allegations like that, I just think you shouldn't just bypass it or overlook it. In the black community, a lot of people do.
right. So, ooh, that one's deep though. That one is deep because a lot of times, I go way, way back to Donahue days. That's before y'all time.
I remember Donahue.
A lot of times, perpetrators are victims first.
Hmm.
And
Exactly.
and the bad thing is, in our society, people are made to feel. wrong when they come out and say so and so did this or so and so did that. The first thing you want to say, if they're saying that against somebody who you just know, a family person, a coach, or whatever, kids aren't going to make up this stuff. But then when it's closer and in house, we will sweep it under the rug. The
Mm-hmm.
perpetrator, and a lot of times it can, because people have to realize kids are curious and they don't have to be taught anything. You look at monkeys all day long. I ain't even trying to be the comparison between the two. You don't have to teach them nothing, but you just watch them interact with each other and adults. It's certain things they just do. Uh,
Right.
and that is one of the reasons we have to watch them. But uh, to find out something that happened, little kid come tell you, find out something that happened, we still don't go to get help for the person that's doing it, the
Mm-hmm.
perpetrator, and that's not helping. And then, I mean, that's some stuff I think you're supposed to pass that on throughout the family.
Yeah.
And the perpetrator, for whatever reason, you do not know where it may have started at with them, but
Right.
we have to get some help for them, because if you don't set boundaries and don't let them know these are things that are not acceptable and you can't be doing that, that breed ground for you have generations and generations to come
Mm-hmm.
of people being uh SA'd. And it is hard for people to say, how could they not know?
Right.
Easily. You got people that, like I said, in R. Kelly and his brother case, people got to go to work, try to make money. You got the older kids over here doing all kind of things. You don't know what happened to the oldest child from uncle, auntie, cousin, because this is where it come from a lot of
Well,
times.
in R. Kelly's case, it was his sister.
Yeah, but what it had, I would almost, and I'm not a betting person, put money down. She had been.
Right. Somebody in the family. Yeah, pretty much.
And or like I said, a lot of times at a lot of people houses, um they were there with the grandparent or aunt or uncle, but they were not, they were just there, they were not being watched. So we got to start, breaking the cycle. Hey, and you got to tell the younger ones that ain't no. And you have the right to say no. Don't allow somebody. And if they do, you let me know. But,
Mhm.
we got to start somewhere. So, and at the same time, there will be and has been people that's been geared to or guided to jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Right about now is that window of opportunity, jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like it needs to be a change because it's been going on for a long time and don't nobody say nothing. And then when they do decide they want to talk about it, it's like they don't believe them.
yeah, and a lot of times the way they deliver it, and I think as kids that are the victim of this, they do, because they are kids, assume people know,
Hmm.
and so they have a lot of pent up anger, or the perpetrator will suggest to them that they brought this on themselves and whatnot. But these are conversations when they are really little. You need to have these conversations with them to tell, "Mm-mm," and you let me know if this, that, or the other happen.
Johnny, no, I'm not ready to test the waters. But no, I'm not. I mean, not to say I haven't never really talked to white people, Caucasian men, but I've known a few and not really no. I'm not ready to test the waters. He is silly. Can you see the comments?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, still, my heart goes out to her. in her situation. I hope she just don't, with people and their negative comments, that she don't back down and turn away from this, and that she seeks the help that she needs to get behind this, because it's messed up with any family member, but when it's your own parent, it's even worse. So, prayers to his daughter and the outcome of whatever may happen throughout the whole thing. So let's go on and get started on our title today. Um, do Caucasian men value relationships and marriage more than Black men? And does it matter what race, or is it more behind this picture? So I wanted to talk about it. Hopefully everybody's seen the picture. I hope they seen the picture that I posted on there. I know she was explaining, she was saying, and her reasoning being, she felt more secure with a Caucasian man than she did with the Black one. I wouldn't say that I know, so that's why I'm reaching out to people, men and women, to get their opinion. I know a lot of men probably not like this, but um, for any biracial, if it's the opposite, with men as well. I have talked to a few people and I got their opinion on it. I do have some Caucasian friends. I asked them about it. One of my Caucasian friends, she was just basically like, she don't feel like either man, depending on whatever race, she doesn't feel like they value it, period. So it didn't matter what race it was, Black or white. So I did get, I've spoken to a few men, Black men, their opinions behind it as well. So what's your thoughts first, Nelly? I'll let you go first.
I think it is the person, what their upbringing was. Is it rooted in the church? Is it not? Because even with blacks, a lot of times in some of the religions, you are taught you wait, or you date to get married. You date with a purpose, that is to get married and live, as the Bible say. Was a lot of times we beat that into our daughters, but a lot of times in the home we will, um, for the what I've seen in my lifetime, a lot of times the families that do go to church as a whole family, but by the time they get teenagers, the boys don't have to go as often. The boys are not is not enforced in them as much as it is in the girls. The black, you go back even further when it came to welfare, public housing, and a whole bunch of that other stuff. We were told, to receive the assistance, you couldn't have a man in the house. So, you know, if it wasn't instilled in them, it's, how can you just don't? I mean, you don't get it. You don't get it now. And a lot of times, this is from what you hear sometime and just what you see. When it comes to Caucasians, they will be Caucasian strong. We got to stay together. We got to this, that, and the other. We got to, I mean, it's watering down now, but a lot of them have the old fashioned beliefs. You marry your own, you have babies with your own, you take care of your own. And I mean, a lot of times it's the media gives up disproportionate numbers and flip it, but a lot of times if they're in rural Albuquerque or somewhere, or rural wherever, Tennessee, they married. They might have 4, 5 kids. He
Hmm.
don't have a steady job. So I mean, but that was what was instilled in him and maybe heard you get married and start a family. Whether it lasts or not, that's a whole nother topic. But
Because
uh,
I believe culturally, it just depends. Like you said, culturally, I feel like, especially with other cultures, it's more installed in them to stick with your own race and to marry. And I think a lot of them are married young anyway.
mhm,
So um, it's just, you see it a lot more with just Caucasians and blacks, where they're more biracially into relationships and stuff like that. And we were taught, don't bring nobody else home. Stick with your own. Don't bring nobody else home. So, um, my mother, she was big on that. She was really big on that. Um, but I just feel like, I just think it just depends. I think it's more behind, and like you said, I feel like with her and her situation, she could just feel more of that's her comfort zone, or that's more that she could get along with. Maybe it's where she was raised, who she dealt with, or who was in her environment at the time, and she felt like, hey, well, this is more for me. I know with a lot of black women, they have their reasons why they want to date outside their race.
mhm,
Yeah, I have some good comments though. I'm gonna read Johnny's first before I move on. Um, he said he don't think it's about race. It's either a man wants to get married and spend his life with someone, he will do it as nothing has nothing to do with the color of skin. And that's true. I agree with that. I don't think it has to do with skin color as well. I feel like, if you find you someone that's really for you, because I know it's a lot of black men, especially at my church, they value their woman, and it's a lot of them at church. They value their women, and it's not about, and they'll do anything for them. So I don't think that it's culturally. I just wouldn't know because I've never really experienced it. The ones that I went to school with or whatever, they just wanted something else out the deal, and I wasn't down for that. So, um, I did have some comments. I don't have Ralph on here today, but I'm gonna read his comment and my son's comment and some other ones as well. I know I have a cousin. She did date outside the race before, and she did say they were really ready to get married real quick, and she wasn't ready for that, but she said it doesn't matter, it's who you could still find it with either race. um you can find it with either race, black or white. It just depends on the person that you're dealing with. So,
mhm,
and I agree with that. Ralph's comment was, culturally, white men are raised to look to find a wife, etc. So it is ingrained in their being. So they value the meaning of it. Black men culturally are not. Overall, don't see it, which is true. We see conflict between the genders. We can't value or even appreciate something we have no ideal about.
mhm.
I'm sure I'm not trying to test the waters. I'm positive.
Now with me, especially raising girls. Now my parents were. Let's see. My father was born in the early 30s. So, and it was 14 of them. I think it was about 8 boys, but I could almost tell you that probably every last one of them probably dated
Hmm.
as a Caucasian person, and they were um none of them married, but they dated. And then when you get down to the next generation, I had cousins that may have married or had children. that were biracial.
Thank
Uh,
you.
but I think with my father and them, and him, his brothers and them, a lot of them, because it was something they wasn't supposed to do. So this is
Hmm.
going against the grain. I'm gonna get me a,
Right.
this, that, and the
Right.
other. I do believe if you find somebody that's for you, that make you happy, that treat you good. I
Hmm.
don't care what they are, if they are good to you and y'all are good together. Everything that look good ain't good. And sometimes you have to step back and say, this is toxic. This is not good. I might love the out of this person, but it's not good for us to be together.
Right.
So I would not say don't. Uh, I've been approached in my younger time, in my younger day, and I'm be honest, the only reason I did not even go on a date with the guy was I was worried about what my friends and whatnot would say, what
Hmm.
my parents would say. But even afterwards, having a conversation with my father, and it was like, you're prejudiced if your daughter or one of your sisters was to date outside the race, but it's okay for you and over half of your brothers to do that. I mean, where, it do make you wonder where's the behind this. But yeah, I was too worried about what everybody else would have said about that, and never, it's like, nah, we ain't gonna. But I mean, hey, the younger generation now are exploring everything. Me, myself, and it
Hmm.
is, some of it is inbred prejudice. Now, it's like curiosity, a little bit of curiosity, but I can remember my great grandmother was born in like 1904. Let a white man come to the door, insurance man or whatever. If she didn't know who they were. She's running through there screaming that was in terror through everybody in the household. And that was because her experience coming up as a child in the
Hmm.
South,
Hmm.
and white people coming to the door was not a good thing. So, that from what she experienced. So, you know, that
Right.
that trickles down. That trickles down. But then too, but I would say I'm probably just as equal on the tip of going outside dating, say, Africans and Jamaicans and whatever, because culturally we're from two different worlds, and some of that, yeah, I just would be like, nah, I ain't about to cross the waters. I ain't gonna mess with that because we ain't gonna get along, and I might end up being on the other side of dirt before my time because I'm not doing it.
Well, you could have had your chance though. When you was on them sites, I saw that was trying to get at you was the little Caucasian men. So
Yeah, that threw me for a whole loop. I said, "Oh, hold on, I can't be running down here and be playing chase the N word through the field. I don't want to reenact none of that. I don't, I don't know.
I don't think it's nothing wrong with going outside your box sometimes. Like if you could find somebody great, then go at it. But I know with me, I never thought about going that way because if I did, they pretty much gotta look black. So so
What
that's just defeating the purpose. So I would never like really do that. Johnny said, is that special someone really out there? That's what I want to know. Are they?
you know? What we have to learn how to give and take. I don't think nothing should be one sided. No, no. And we have to know how to communicate with each other and be there for each other. Because, I mean, it's a lot of guys that did it. I mean, from zero in their pockets to six and up figures. You picked the wrong one. You picked the wrong one. I don't care, black, white, whatever she got going for her. If she ain't solid and standing 10 toes down with you when you're doing bad, it's like, dang. And I think a lot of people can sit there and say, dang, I chose the wrong one for the wrong reason. And I didn't see this coming. When that one over there, who I knew really in my heart of heart probably was as solid as they come, but I wouldn't pick her because of the outer looks or whatever.
That's
So yeah, no. I mean,
so.
because a lot of men want to be able to strut around like a peacock.
Mhm.
I mean,
That's.
but
Mhm. So he said, I definitely think all men value marriage, but it doesn't mean marriage is in everyone's future, which is true, but why not? Why wouldn't it be? Okay. Thank you for joining in, Miss Love. Black men value marriage and relationships as well. I've seen it in my uncles and several friends. Not trying to sound arrogant, but I've had three black men that wanted to marry me, and I married one. Life happens. That's true. And that ain't arrogant. I mean, you just had people that want to marry you. So, um,
and a lot of let me interject. A lot of times that goes with how you carry yourself. Now, you know, if you what you show a person will let them know a lot of times if you ready, if you on that level, and somebody when they realize this is a special one, they will go the extra mile. Uh, but if we running around acting like that's not in our vocabulary, that's not in our dreams, that's not what we looking for. You the party girl, always and forever. You what you send out, you will attract.
mhm.
So and Miss Love, you carry yourself like you are the prize, and I think they realize that. So that's why they you had that many coming for you. And it's just like no, not no extra above the top, but it's just who you are.
That's right. Thanks, Mr. Johnny Merks. We appreciate that. So I'm going to read some more statements that people said about this topic. Um, Black men didn't see. I think RJ said this. Black men didn't see marriage growing up. White men did. He was like, he would either sleep with multiple people, and marriage isn't even a thought. Um, he said if they didn't have a father in their life, or there wasn't the greatest, or they if they were there, they wasn't the greatest, or didn't teach him how to be a man or a husband. And he said no strong foundation, and they marry young. They are prone. Oh, I ain't gonna say that part. But anyway, he said they marry young, so I ain't gonna say the other part. So so that's what he basically was saying. White men doesn't. Some white men do it out of rebellion. They were always told to do that. So um I say I kind of agree with Miss Love on that one. Like she said, her uncles were married. They all were married, and so you can't say it's in all black households where they don't see it. But they all married and still married to this day. So it just depends. Like you said, it still depends on your upbringing and what you looking out of it. And like I said, even with her, I wonder if she feels like it's for security, if she just wanted mixed kids. Because I hear a lot of people say that they want their kids to be mixed or have that type of hair and not nappy hair. Um, Even though I'm black and my hair ain't nappy, it's a little hot mess today, but it ain't nappy. And Um, and both my parents black. And let me see. Is it more behind the picture or whatever? So I don't know. But that's just all I say. That's all I really have on this topic. So that's it on that one. You got anything else to add before I show this, do the next topic?
I think what I am seeing that more younger blacks are getting married. What goes around comes around. So they're seeing that, hey, it works. It works, but a lot of times, see, the microwave generation they wanted everything right now, but you got to give in order to get. It takes both,
Yeah.
and you can, and whatever your dreams are, and the male's dream is, y'all can merge this together and make it work and do what it do. So I'm seeing a lot more are crossing over, but at the same time, sometimes when you don't have that foundation, you gotta ask. You gotta go to other, but you gotta be mindful who you ask. Though,
Yeah.
like I said, heck, if I'm going asking somebody about being married, uh, or say that's my desire and I want a husband, the 50-year-old woman in church that ain't never been married in her life, she really can't hardly tell me.
Mm-hmm.
uh you got to watch who you listen to. The young man, you going in the church or in somewhere and you see somebody that you look up to and you really respect as a man, and they are married and have been married for a long time. Yeah, that's where you need to get your diamonds from. You need to get your little trinkets for them because they will give you nuggets if you
Mm-hmm.
ask. A lot of them is right. They run around here and and unfortunately, they want a girl that got a girlfriend, but then they sit there and be mad because the girlfriend is outdoing you or whatever, or your what you want your cake and eat it too. And in reality, you that don't last long. It
Right.
honestly don't.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't want to, men or women don't want to lay their feelings down on the table to be stepped on. But I do see a trend where it appears that they are uh it looked like the numbers might be going up. I haven't did the research to see exactly, but it looked like it from just all the weddings I'm hearing about it. Young couples maybe just coming out of college and they're ready to build and grow and do things together, and they're doing positive things.
Right.
So we hopefully that keeps going that way.
Hey, welcome in, Lifestyles with Eric. Okay. Yeah, that's true. And I totally agree with that. So I just feel like it doesn't matter, pick who you gonna pick. Doesn't matter the race. Find you somebody that you're gonna be happy with. At the end of the day, someone that's gonna treat you well, regardless of whatever their race is. Just find somebody. It's somebody out there. I think maybe we're gonna stay positive. It's
Stay
somebody out
positive.
there for you. Somebody.
Respect goes two ways, though. Remember that.
Yeah, it does both ways. Okay, so I'm gonna get to this next topic. Now, my picture is a hot mess. I wasn't able to post two pictures. Um, just don't go on stereotypes. No, most definitely not. Not at all. Because it doesn't matter what race it is, because they all basically still the same. So I'm not going on a stereotype. I just wanted to get somebody's opinion, seeing like what's their actual thoughts behind this. Um, that's it. So I seen a picture. It's blurry. Forgive me. I wasn't able to post this picture. So we're gonna see how this works out. Uh, I'm gonna just show it to y'all. So, and I'm gonna tell y'all the topic soon as I show you this picture. Hopefully you get to see it. Hopefully y'all can see it a little bit. Ooh, I got too much light.
Yeah. Tilt your
Can you
camera
see it?
back. I can see. Mm,
Can y'all see that?
uh, I can see it. Yeah, I can see enough of it.
Oh, let me see. Yeah, I can see it.
You can see it a little bit better, but enough of it. Somebody whole backside is hanging out. Look like.
Okay. Yeah, it was. Okay. So hopefully y'all got to see the picture. I don't know. So my next topic is um do women have to show more of herself to get attention or attraction? So yeah, she was a BBW for real. Um so that's my next topic. Do women have to the men I have on here, is that something that y'all like um to see from a woman that's out in the streets? Women, how do y'all feel about it? Do y'all feel like y'all need to show more skin to be attracted to men or to get attention from men? So I feel like I didn't know when I seen it. I was like, okay, maybe she's a stripper. It was late, and I was like, maybe she's a stripper and she just, or like what was, I didn't understand like what it was or whatever. So me personally, I would not be wanting to show that much to get attention or attraction. I feel like in regular clothes they could be able to see all that anyway, you know. I feel like that's a little too much. You're showing a little bit too you're showing a little too much. So um lifestyle says absolutely not. Miss Love, what's your thoughts on this? Natalie, what you think?
Whoa, that I'm just gonna assume even if I was a stripper, I'm gonna have some decent clothes that I'm leaving out of there with, because you never know. You might have to stop at Walmart, get some gas, get some this. No, I don't believe anybody worth my time. Now you can't, something like that walk past. Almost a lot of men I know is gonna look. You can't. They're gonna look,
But you know
and
what?
not
The crazy
necessarily
thing about it
looking is
is,
not gonna be.
it was a lot of men at that gas station and they didn't look.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not cause they I'm liking it. They look like that's a shame, or I can't believe that, or whatever, in awe of it. Um, but no, I think those are a whole bunch of issues combined when somebody feel like they do have to go out like that to
Mhm.
get that kind of attention. That is, I mean, that's just, it's too many of them to cover all of them in one setting. But uh, no, uh, and then the type of attention and that you're going to get from that, and from whom, a lot of times it's not going to be what you want. So, uh-uh. No, I would not suggest to anybody to go out out in the public like that. Now, them is bedroom games that you got going on in your house in your own private time. Get out how you live. But no,
Yeah.
a lot of times, if you want the kind of attention that I think I would want from somebody, no, I don't have to do all that to get that attention. No. Mm-mm.
Hmm. Yeah, and I agree with that because I wouldn't want to do all that extra either to even. I feel like you're gonna attract the wrong person, and then my thought was it's too much sex trafficking going on out here. Like it's too much sex trafficking going on out here. That's my biggest thing now. Like cover up. Like why would you they snatching any and everybody up nowadays, and I will feel uncomfortable. And I'm not even really talking about her size. I'm just saying as a woman, period, showing stuff like that. Um, is it for attention or attraction? Let me see. I definitely don't think you have to dress like that. Some women feel like they do, but no, ma'am. That's not the attention I would want. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Like, that's not the attention that you're not going to get the right attention if that's what you're trying to do. And maybe it's not, but no. Like, I just couldn't literally go out like that. I would feel so uncomfortable. And that's just me. So,
And I think women can express themselves a little bit in different ways. I salute the big girl who may have been 400 to 600 pounds that done lost and came down I salute you, but you still don't have to do that. I mean,
mm-mm.
that's there's limits, and
Yeah,
you can do and show off your improvements in good taste. You don't have to.
right. Yeah, you don't have to sit up there and go to that extinct dressing like that. Because I wouldn't. And I know it because even with me, I'm very busty and it's hard for me. I don't feel like I'd have to wear the t-shirt's fine, but certain clothes that I like, it's gonna cut down. It's gonna show a little cleavage. And I also try to get something, or maybe like even put a t-shirt on now to try to cover that up. But I'm very busty, so sometimes it's hard to cover these girls up. So um I try my best to probably when I was younger, they probably I never had them out, but probably when I was a young girl, you probably seen more than what you'll see me as an adult. So I agree with that. Most definitely. So that's my topic tonight. I just feel like I said, I don't know what her job was, but even if she was a stripper, like she said, at least cover up until you get to where you need to go or whatever. Yes, dress sexy and be classy at the same time. That's true.
And her remark is dead on. A lot of times people don't know the difference. Now, you in my circle, you my friend, I'm gonna pull you to the side. I'm gonna hey, you would that would really look so much better if this, that, and the other. But you know, and there's a way to tell somebody. But if it's I am a grandma nowadays. If I had to talk to mine, they're gonna get it uncut, just straight how it is. But you don't have to do that.
Right.
And a lot of times, like I said, it depends. It depends on our environment and what people saw that makes them want to mimic mimic people and whatnot. That ain't. And just cause they make it in your size, don't mean you need to.
Put
Mm-mm.
it on.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it. I mean, there's a time and place for everything. That ain't it. Going down the street to that ain't it.
Yeah, exactly.
And as you said, it doesn't matter what size you are. I don't care if you a size zero. You going out and got uh your raccoon cheeks showing. You doing too much.
Mm-hmm. That's a little too much. A little too much. So, ladies, just try to dress more classy. You don't have to show everything. Um, Depending on what you're looking for. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I don't know what you're looking for, but depending on what you're looking for, just try to dress a little bit better, more classier. You don't have to be out here. I mean, that's just like the women that wear pajamas and bonnets out or whatever. Just try to be a little bit more classy about yourself because a man gonna get you way quicker, way faster if you because they see what you look like anyway. So you don't have to show everything for somebody to even try to come to you, holler at you, whatever it may be. Um, hey mother, thanks for tuning in. So whatever it may be, just try your best to do a little bit more classy. Think about what you putting on, the time it is. I like to see women dress appropriately for the size that they are, and they're a nice looking woman. They're going to get attention anyway. Exactly. That's my thoughts on it. If they're nice looking, they're going to get that attention anyway. Ooh, Mr. Marks is crazy.
Yes, yes.
If that's what you like, Mr. Merks, that's what you like. Either way. Yeah, exactly. So I agree with that. You don't have to wear inappropriate clothes. Um, please stop wearing PJs and bonnets out the house. Uh, that's true. That's true.
Looking funky and nasty. I don't even care because if the pajamas been washed 1,000 times, they dingy. They look funky. Now I'm not a man. I don't like women like that. But if I was a man looking at, I'm gonna be like, you look funky.
Mm-hmm.
Your stuff is dingy. It just make me imagine what your pillowcase might look like. Heck to the nah. And I'm starting to see more men come out there like that. Who want to see some? I don't want to see that. I
And
don't want to
bonnets.
see that. That's that. Yeah, I don't want to see that. Now, if you just running from the door to the car to get the groceries out the car, I might can go with that, but you do not need to be sitting in the Social Security office, food stamp office, or anywhere else. And please don't go trying to call yourself taking care of some business, and you got funky Christmas pajamas on in July. House shoes. All house shoes ain't made to be worn outside.
Hey, hey. I had on some Christmas pajamas earlier.
That's okay. You in the house. Tell me you did not go to the store in them Christmas
No,
pajamas.
I ain't go to no store in them.
Okay. Now, I no, I can't control it, but I tell you what, I was cool with them signs at people's establishments saying no shoes, no shirt, no service. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's
So
that's true. That's true.
so
I'm
yeah, I
controlling.
don't want your mm-mm.
Say I'm controlling. Not necessarily, Mr. Marks. I think it's just the way how you come off for a person to say you controlling, because if you see somebody out looking like that, then I mean, especially if it's your woman, then it's okay for you to separate and say, "Hey, what you got on? Like, I need you to put something else on," because everybody know. Or even if you see somebody dressed like that around your friends, you have company coming over or whatever. It's okay to sit up there and tell them to put something on. You wouldn't want her flaunting all around looking like that. Not at all. Not at all. So that's not really controlling. It's just some of the things that you say or what you do. Yeah, that was a little bit out of control. So ain't nothing wrong with saying that.
And they make really nice lounging outfits that you can, lounging two pieces and stuff, the little pants or the in the summertime the shorts with the top and then the duster thing to go with them. That is more appropriate than what we do see people in the streets in, and the big old bonnets and uh you know like I
Hmm.
said, I'm starting to see more men, and I'm like,
Yeah, I've seen
ew.
a lot of men with the bonnets on now, which is,
And pajamas out in the street. Ooh.
yeah. I haven't really seen them in pajamas, but I've seen them bonnets for sure. So, so this is it for today, y'all. I do want to show y'all my shirt. I got my shirt on. I got keeping it real with Kita. If you can you see it?
I can't. Keita, way to go. Way to
Mhm.
go. Do
So I
your
do have
thing. Do your
merch.
thing.
If y'all would like to buy one, just let me know. Thanks for coming in, Susanna. Um, if y'all like to buy a shirt, just let me know. I will have them in different colors. And I got more shirts and everything else coming. So stay tuned. I will let y'all know the price next time. I really ain't even said up front, talked about a price, but I'm gonna let y'all know the price next time. But I do have merch. I'm gonna have some of these and some more shirts and a hoodie, some hoodies coming along with different things on there. But thanks everybody for coming in tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. Lifestyles, Mr. Merks, Miss Love, Susanna, Mother. Thanks for tuning in. The ones that didn't get to see it and y'all come back and watch it later, just leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the topics or if you have something to say about it. Um, but thank you all. Happy Tuesday. I'm not sure what I have for dinner, but enjoy it. It is going on 9 o'clock now. So thank you, Natalie, for always joining me. Um, and that will be it today. Thank you all. Have a good evening.
You do likewise. Peace.
Peace. Yep. Thank you all. Thank you all. Oh, I do got like a few more minutes left. Okay. So before I do get off of here, I do want to tell everybody to go is we got 21 days to vote. 21 days. So um for the ones that don't even believe in voting, do some research on, do a little bit of research so you can find out why it is important to vote. I'm not even telling nobody what team to vote for, who you want to vote for. Do your research on the people. I will say don't vote over skin color, most definitely. Vote for what is important for your future. What's important for your future. Do backgrounds on all of them, and even your legislator. Look and see who's on the team, so you could like get research because we never really know until it's time to start voting. Then they got all these signs out saying, "Oh, vote for me, vote for me." Do your research on the people and see what they do and the background of them. But we got 21 days. You can early vote. I don't know if we still have. I don't know if we have early voting here yet, but I know it'll be coming up soon. We got early voting. It's November the 5th. Make sure you go out and vote. Every vote counts. I don't care what they tell you. Go out and vote. So make sure that you get out there. Make sure you vote. Everybody. So 21 days. Do your research. You got enough time to do your research. And they all, well, I will say is they all sit up there and say, oh, well, I'm going to make sure you get this. I'm going to make sure you get that. That's all fine and dandy. Do we have it at the end of the day? So do your research on everybody and make sure you vote wisely. Um, do it for the right cause, or if you feel like the economy is losing now, or if you feel like it's gaining now, just go vote. So, y'all all have a nice evening. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later.